Yeah. You're the stars of my heartbeat. You're my light in the dark street. Seatbelt for my car seat. Leave you, now me not do it. So make you hard do it. Definition of perfectness. That's right, you are the perfect fit. With you, may go deeper than the surface. Yes, no amount of money could have purchased this. And for you, there is no substitute. Cause if your love was a prison, it is my mission to be loved up with you. You're my strength and my energy, my never-ending melody. Say you are irreplaceable. You're my strength and my energy, my never-ending melody. Say you are irreplaceable. Gotta let you know what you're doing to me. Gotta let you know what you're doing to me. What you doing to me? If this is a dream that wake me up, the higher realms, your love, it takes me up. Solid as a rock, you break me up. No pretense that now we can make this up. So you make me know, you make me know. So you make me know that love is lovely. You make me know that love is lovely. Ain't no doubt about that. You make me know that love is lovely. To the whole world, me I can show that. You make me know that love is lovely. Love is lovely. Love is lovely. And for you, there is no substitute. Cause if your love was a prison, it is my mission to be loved up with you. You're my strength and my energy, my never-ending melody. Say you are irreplaceable. You're my strength and my energy, my never-ending melody. Say you are irreplaceable. Gotta let you know.
Just gotta let you know.
Gotta let you know.
Irreplaceable. Yes, that gotta be the attitude with your relationship with the Lord. You gotta say, Lord, I want to be irreplaceable.
Yeah.
All right, so we got an interview coming up in a little while, in a very, very short, with Miss Michelle Ribeiro. I hope I got that right. I like the smile on your face and I got that right. Yeah, and it's all about.
Hey, you can't touch.
Listen to me. Back to the family. Back to that place. I know they have mothers and fathers. They really want to do well. They want to do great. They want to be a great daddy and a great mommy. They want to be great parents. But sometimes they don't know how to do it. And this generation is not easy to parent them. They seem to have more knowledge than their parents. They have more access to information. They have different families, as you said, network now, because they are their social media family. That is a big family. Some of them in school, that's their family. Some of them may be working. You know, they're young, but they're working, and that's their family. And sometimes they have more time, or they spend more time with those members, those associations, those communities, and the family home. Because mommy going, daddy going, this one coming, this one going out. Mommy and daddy ain't too keen of being on this kind of social media. They don't know how to really use this WhatsApp to stay in connection with them, to stay in contact with them. And then different social interactions, social environments. And so a lot of information coming at them. The time their parents ready to talk to them is like they just have 2% in the whole day. So how do we manage all of this? Yes? Hey, so tell me how you're going. Are you ready?
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. I am
so
fine.
So I have
Hope
Tamika
you all are doing
on
well.
the inside. Tamika, how you going?
I'm good. How are you doing,
Is
Pastor?
Tamika with me? Am I ready for
Yes.
Tamika? Yes. I am ready for you, Tamika. All right? So
How
we
you
still
guys
sorting out
doing?
some stuff. We're hearing you like yesterday, Crips. Okay. So Tammy, say hi. Bless up the people.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. So glad to be with you all today. We have a lot in store. I hope you all are tuned in and ready. Tell a loved one, tell a friend. Youth in Focus is on.
You see, tell your neighbor, tell your friend, call everybody. Send a WhatsApp, send a text. Get on your social media pages, IG. TikTok. I want to call somewhere, but some people go on it. I don't like how they're spoiling it right now. And hi, is it Ms. Ribeiro or Mrs.?
Mrs. Lily, Mrs. Ribeiro Lily.
Oh, Mrs. Ribeiro Lily. So Mrs.
Yeah,
Lily. All
yeah.
right, so Mrs. Lily. Hi, welcome inside Youth in Focus.
Thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
having me.
Thank you. I know how it goes there. It have a little delay, so you're shaking your head. I say, let's go ahead and speak. Nice having you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little background about
Okay.
Mrs. Lily.
So I grew up. My name is
Yes.
Michelle Ribeiro. That's my original name. That's my family name. Um, I grew up in Trinidad and Tobago, in Chaguanas to be exact,
Okay.
and grew up in a single parent family. It was my mom. My dad died when I probably was 2 years old, and my mom was left to struggle with 6 kids and no real job of her own. um, we grew up what we would say dirt poor. However, um, what we had, we didn't have money, but what we had was love, and we had God. So
Hey, you
that was
can't touch.
enough. And from there on, I mean, God has opened some doors for us. Um, where my mom was being able to raise the six of us and not turn us into a home or so, because that would have been the next step. She was a 27-year-old woman with 6 children and no siblings, more than my grandmother, who was crippled from her knee down. She couldn't move around. So, it was really difficult for her at that time. Um, Fast forward, we, I strayed when I finally become a young lady, and I realized that for me, I thought church, this God thing wasn't working, um, because we was still in that same position, still poor, still, you know, not having, still going through the difficult time. I was seeing my mom abused from different relationships, trying to make trying to make life for us, get a father into the home. And I continue to see not only physical, but verbal abuse. So I thought to myself, this is just not working for me. So I strayed a bit, and I would fast forward it because it's a whole long drawn out story. Eventually, I have entered one of the Trinidad and Tobago pageants. And when I did that, because my background is we are Christians, my mom decided that I could no longer live in her home because it's embarrassing to the family. I had a child. I got pregnant out of wedlock. That was another embarrassment. So I was kind of thrown out of my home, the only home I knew, and you know, try to make it on my own. Uh, I strayed, moved away from God, didn't want to hear about Him because He wasn't doing anything for me, and I tried doing it on my own. 2007, I was 2007. I fell sick. I got cancer, and you know, I really, when there is nothing else to lean on, I knew I have to go back. I have to revisit my decision and rededicate my life to Christ. And here I am today. Um, my cancer, they can't find it in my body anymore. I've been through so much different doctors and care and from one to the next. And I thank God because I do know that I'm healed. And now I am working for Christ. When He has called me into ministry, I thought to myself, this would be a lot of work and a lot of time. And, I have kids now of my own. I have a husband. I'm just thinking, where would I get that time to do that? But you know what? I am so, well, I am so grateful because not only that I have the time, God send the right people alongside me. He sent the right husband, the right, my husband has, for the first time become a, become a Christian. He grew up non-Christian, didn't believe, and that situation has turned around. And I just want to give God all the praise, all the honor, all the glory. I'm so grateful and thankful for him because a couple years ago, the doctors tell me I wouldn't live, and that story went on, and it rang a bell in my family as rallying around me. They came back in my life everybody was trying to fix me, taking me from one doctor to the next up until this time. So this is me.
Nice. Wow.
My life is an open book, and I am living my life for Christ. Yeah.
Thank you
I
very much
started
for sharing.
OGMM, Open Gates of Mercy Ministry, in 2020, 21.
Yes.
I, I migrated to America to seek help, like treatment for my cancer.
Yes.
And upon, I believe that I am healed, getting that healing, I started this ministry.
Okay.
And we quickly become a nonprofit. And I started, one of the first thing I started doing was, um, trying to build, to set up, to build a safe house for women and children.
Okay.
And that was something I had on my heart for many, many years, starting with my mom and seeing her being so abused by her partners. Then myself, before I met my now husband, I was married twice, same abuse. And now when I open the social media or whatever, I'm seeing women and kids every day, being abused by their husbands, their spouse, their boyfriends or girlfriends, however it may be.
I wanna
So,
I wanna ask you a question.
mhm.
Um, because we seen this happening a lot in society. Another time, the victim of abuse become the perpetrator of the abuse. Um, you said that you would have walked away from that relationship you had with the Lord, right? What that pain was doing to you? Because okay, yeah, yeah. Are you hearing me?
You're echoing, but I think I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, yeah.
Lucifer, you can't touch me. Furthermore, take your filthy hands off me, family. The blood of Jesus over your family. Plead the blood over your family. This is what to pray and say in the morning. The blood of Jesus over your family. Plead the blood over your family. This is what to pray and say in the morning. Warfare time when you're under the blood. Them demons will shake and tremble. Satan is a hold that it is, so we mash up the plans.
All right, let's. Yeah, I'm still. So let's try this again. So Michelle, as I say, hurt people, and I think sometimes people don't fully well embrace that. You, a young adult, you supposed to just get over this. Yeah. What our process is like? What that battle inside that people don't see is like somebody listening to us and they saying, "I listen to a lady, a boy," but people really don't know.
I am losing you.
It's like
I'm not hearing you. Can you, can you give me I'm not hearing your voice
Can
anymore.
you hear me now?
I'm hearing you now, but very low, and I have my mic like right up.
Oh, are you hearing me better now?
I am.
Yes? You're hearing me better?
Right. I'm hearing
Oh,
you better.
okay. So I'm saying is that decisions were made based on what you see. So
Mm-hmm.
indirectly, the abuse would have affected you. And
Mm-hmm.
that would have affected your relationship or your view where God is concerned, right?
Yes.
I was just asking what that feeling, what that experience internally is like. Because sometimes that lead to making certain decisions. People say, well, you're supposed to be bigger, you're supposed to know better. You shouldn't be using it as an excuse. It is something you get up in the morning and you just forget and you just move on to a positive, upbeat life.
No. No. I. 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 Now looking back, I was filled with darkness. My hurt and pain consumed me because there was a time when my family turned their back on me. And and I remember the words clearly. The scripture said, God said he will not leave us, neither forsake us. He also promised that, yea, though we walk, whether we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, that we will fear no evil because he will be with us. He promised to comfort us. He promised to care for us and to love us. And at that time, it didn't seem like there was no love from anyone. There was no care. There was no comfort. So for me, it was a bunch of lies. It was just from one lie, one book that at that time I believe somebody just wrote, and there was no comfort, there was no love. His promises, I thought that he he didn't come true with his promises. He didn't fulfill it, and I made the decision that I'm gonna put up a wall, and I'm gonna take care of myself, my heart, and let no one in, and try and live the best the best way I know. you know Surround myself with friends. At that time I was a tutor teaching government classes, and I surround myself with my students and friends, and for me that was enough. But there was still that empty space inside that it was so much hurt. I would cry at nights when my kids fall asleep because there was something missing. I knew there was something missing, but I also knew that it is not God, because he did not do right by me. He did not fill that space, that, and he wasn't there for me. He didn't stand with me. I believe I was actually standing alone.
I,
Now I know different.
right. Nice. Because I know a lot of people are feeling like that presently based on their circumstances, right? You say again, based on those hurts. If this big loving God who promised to be with me and
Hey.
protect me, why must I go through that? I'd quickly, because we have to wrap, and then we will also share what you have coming up, and so how folks who are actually going through this could find help. Yes. What was the turning point that you recognize? Listen, is not God. He's still faithful to his promises. What caused that turnaround?
um 2007, when I was diagnosed with cancer, and I tried everything. I tried every doctor. I tried everyone. I tried everything that you could think about. I even tried bush doctor, and nothing worked. At that point in time, I have a brother who is a pastor, and he came to me and he said he had a dream where this plate he had fallen, broke into pieces, and I'm trying that it was my plate, and it's my plate in my hand. It fell and broke into pieces, and I'm trying to put it back together. He said, you know, this cancer this plate is your life. It's broken into pieces and you're trying to put it back together for yourself. He said, but it's not for you to do, it's for God to do. And he start really, you know, speaking the word into me where I start thinking. However, when there was no one else, the doctors couldn't fix me and nobody couldn't fix me. That whole church rally around me and we fast and pray. And I just know that I know it's a God thing because I am here today. I rededicate my life back to God. You see, the thing is, God never promised us that we will not go through difficult times in this world. The ruler of this world is Satan, right? This is Satan's world. We have something so much better beyond. And what he did promise us is if we go, whatever we go through, is that he's going to be there with us. He's going to take us through it. He will not leave us. He will guide us through it. He would lead us. So the thing is, and what I believe is sometimes when we go through this, it's to build it's a faith time. It's our testing time. It's that time where God is taking us to another level, but it come like we're on training ground, you know? He's training us, he's building us up in faith because maybe he has another plan for us. And I think that's what he did for me. Now to run this ministry, I needed to be rooted and grounded in the faith. And I honestly believe I've been through this because this was like hell and back. I mean, I was 68 pounds. I lose my voice, my hearing. I was in diapers. And it reminded me of Job, you know? And the thing is, I had to go through this because without this training, even though I have done so many, you know, degrees, courses, right now I am a certified counselor, Christian counselor. Nothing could have prepared me to run this ministry and to counsel anyone unless I had this experience for myself.
Michelle,
I knew my healing came from God because when the doctors gave up on me, he didn't. He stand with me up. I mean, my whole life is a testimony of the God I serve.
Yes. And we really thank God for his grace and his goodness.
His goodness and his mercy.
Yes, I know that there's they have an event coming up.
Yes.
So that folks can come and not just hear your story, but again, it's about Christian family counselors offering their services free and taking back the family, which is critically important.
Very.
And this is taking place in the Chaguanas Community Center, and
Yes.
it's on Friday, the 15th of July, 2022. See here, the starting time is 5:30 p.m. to
Yes.
8:30 p.m.
Yes.
And the numbers to call if you want to be a part of this experience, this ministry, is 729-3143, 729-3143. And also, you can call 487-0032. That's 487-0032. And I'm seeing here food hampers and meals and all these things will be distributed, and it is free. You come and you dine and you have a really great time. The ambience, the environment that will be provided for you, and you will hear from Michelle herself and get expert and experienced counselors also will be present. So we want to say thank you very much for sharing with us. And we encourage folks to come out. I have about a minute or so I want to give you a minute to encourage folks and the family to come out to this initiative, Taking Back the Family.
Yes. So, as we all know, most of us probably don't know, but the family is very important. And if the foundation is not strong, then the structure is going to fall. The foundation for me is the parents in the home. And, you know, oftentimes, if you look at where the situation where kids are ended up in prison and different places or went astray or so, it's because that family unit is not together. Either the father is not present in the home, or, you know, the family is not gathering. Like long ago, we would all gather on a table and we'd have a dinner and we would talk, but that's not happening anymore. Everybody is just so very busy. So I urge you, for broken marriages, people who are going through a difficult time, you know, have a wayward son or daughter, whatever it may be, this is for you, and we are asking you to come out. Those of you who are in need of a hamper and, you know, whatever else, maybe counseling, we have counseling on spot. We also have Firm Foundation Pastor Wingfield Springer, who will be there. He would be one of our speakers. We're just hoping that we can have a huge crowd of people, so that we could reach hearts, we could reach family, and they could start to heal and, you know, rededicate their lives to God or whatever. I'm so thankful for this. And another thing is, I just want to say quickly, I have a bunch of sponsors, which I'll run through really fast because these people have been standing with me since then. First and foremost, my husband, Mr. Lilly, who is the owner of Blue Sky Builders. He's American. He have jumped on board with me with this. He support me financially with my vision of this safe house. We want to thank Miss Chris Bailey. We want to thank Miss Christine Peters, who's standing with us with all the preparation for the ministry. She do all the overseeing and so on. We just want to thank Brandon and Michelle, who operates our website, which is ogmm.net. And Denise Vargas, my cousin, who lives in England, and she supports this ministry 100%. And you know, all the other sponsors, Kadisha Bartholomew, we just grateful that people have joined on us, joined with us to help us continue our vision. You know, they partner with us, and we thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing with us. And his OMG Ministry presents Taking Back the Family, Christian family counselors offering their services free. We've been talking about that for a long while, and there'll be great speakers, motivators. It's taking place at the Chaguanas Community Center, Friday, 15 July 2022. The time is 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it at all. Food, meals, conversation, all those things will be taking place. But you have to register, all right? Because you know, if you don't register, what will happen? You can't just leave it open. That's the whole of Trinity looking to come. So you have to call or WhatsApp 729-3143, 729-3143, or 4870032. And thank you very much. God continue to bless you and keep you, and may you have a wonderful time. Who knows? We might pass through. So blessings to you, Michelle. Tammy, are you there? Tammy, are you with us?
Hi,
still?
yes I am. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Hi, Tammy. So a lot will be happening, and I know that you all are involved. And thank you very much for the link up, the hookup. And what I like about it is really free, Tammy.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So Tammy, take a minute to and invite the public to come out.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago. So we'd like, well, hopefully we could get to Tobago soon, but for now we are in Trinidad at the Chaguanas Community Center. You know, if you know someone who is in need of counseling, who is in need financially or physically, you know, they can come out and truly experience the presence of God. They can get counseling and support. So we hope to see you there, 5:30 at the Chaguanas Community Center.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much, folks. We take a little pause, we take a bit of music, and we come right back with you. You're listening to Youth in Focus, and I know that you have heard the testimony. Maybe there's some challenge in there because you're working on some stuff in the background likewise, but I really pray that you heed the information, and please when the opportunity for help sincerely, if you don't need certain things, please don't go. And you know somebody who sincerely really need this kind of help, and you take the information, you register them, and you bless them. Blessings and
Yes.
grace. So we come right back with you. You're listening to Youth in
Sure.
Focus on Isaac 98.1 FM. The Promise.
When we play